All right, everybody, so let's take a look at task number 3 on this worksheet 1.3.c. So what we have here is we have information from a car dealership. Each row represents a vehicle sold to a customer. Included in this data is the month, so from 1 to 12. Okay, so 1 is January, 2 is February, 3 is March, all the way through. Day of the week, 1 through 7, where 1 is Sunday. Okay, so 1 is Sunday, 2 is Monday, 3 is Tuesday. We don't really need to know exactly what those days are, but it's good that we have a reference. And some other details about each customer purchase of a vehicle. The dealership wants to know which month was the most popular for sales, meaning which month value happens most frequently. The dealership also wants to know which day of the week generated the most sales of vehicles as well. Finally, the dealership wants to know how many car sales happened in their most successful month and how many car sales happened on the most busy day of the week. Fill in the cells below asking for each of these pieces of information. All right, so let's tackle the month values, and then I'm going to leave you to tackle the week values. All right, so first off, the most popular month for sales. Well, we're looking through this data, right? In column A, we have each of these values here. Now we use numbers because they're easy to calculate, and they're easy to find something called the mode. Remember, the mode is the most frequently occurring number in a range. So if I were to grab this entire range going all the way down, so let's see exactly what that is. That's cell A3 all the way through A1002. Let's plug that in. All right, so we're going to get rid of this equal sign, or the question mark, and we're going to put in an equal sign, equals mode, parentheses, A3 colon A1002. When I close the parentheses, we get 4, meaning that April, right, because January, February, March, April is the most popular month for their sales. So what I want to do now is calculate the number of sales that occurred that month. So I'm going to say equals, now how do we count the number of Aprils? Well, we would do count if, parentheses, we're going to grab that same range, A3 colon A1002, comma, and then in quotations, I'm going to put in my requirement, which is 4, because that's where we got this number from at the top. When I press enter, we know that 101 sales happened in the month of April. Now, if you really wanted to test to see if all of this worked, you could change it to each of these, and you can even see a little preview at the top. So in May, they didn't get that many sales. In June, they got a decent number. In January, 67 sales. In February, 82 sales. All right, in March, 90 sales. So we can go through and kind of test them really quick to get little snippets or pieces of data in the preview to see exactly how many sales happened. But this is what we're looking for on here. Now, why would a dealership do this? Well, one of the reasons is they like to analyze how many vehicles they should purchase so that they have them on the lot. You know, it wouldn't make sense if a company only sold 65 vehicles in the month of May to order like 150 vehicles. But if you order 150 vehicles to arrive in April, you have a much better chance of selling them because your previous data, your previous history, shows that you had 101 sales in that month, and that month happens to be the most successful occurring number. So using these types of modes, it's a good way to just find massive amounts. And when you think about that, sometimes it's a good idea to include your values. Instead of putting, January, February, March, things like that, you can actually put in the dates and numeric values to help you figure out better pieces of information. So hopefully this was helpful. Now we're ready to move on to task number 4.